Yep. We're at the Australian Hotel. Boonah. About to go on a ghost tour. Let's do it.
In the coming years, the hotel changed hands many times. You will find a list of licensees in your brochure. The Australian Hotel, as you see it today, was originally two buildings, the hotel at the front and publican's residence behind. At some point, the residence was raised and joined to the rear of the hotel. Beware that we have been investigated twice in the last 12 months by Paranormal and are now certified mortal. The report from the first investigation is on the mantelpiece behind you for anyone to have a read after the tour if you're interested. We have three main ghosts who appear or make themselves known to hotel guests and staff. A little girl, a lady and a man. Until our recent investigation by Paranormal, we had very little information about our little girl ghost. Last Sunday night, some of the investigators were able to communicate with her using a pendulum board and automatic writing. We now believe her name is Katie Marie, with her surname starting with the letter M. The pendulum board revealed that Katie is afraid of our other resident ghosts, and therefore she mainly spends her time downstairs playing with the staff. We also know that Katie was 4 years old at the time of her death. We still don't know how she died, but legend says that she died from influenza in the early 1900s. From all reported sightings, she's a typical child and likes to run around up and down the hall and stairs, around the bar, and would occasionally like to jump up and down on beds, waking sleeping guests. She is relatively friendly, a prankster and a joker, and is usually responsible for things falling off shelves or flying into walls. My own experience with our little girl ghost was late one Friday night. I was filling up our ice esky at the ice machine in our laundry out the back. As I stood there scooping ice, boxes started randomly falling off the shelves behind me. I ignored it and kept scooping ice, but when the chairs at the dining table started tipping over and crashing to the floor, I picked up the esky and quickly ran back to the bar. If you follow me, we will continue as we head upstairs. And the lady seem to like to appear to our guests around these stairs. One of them has a strong dislike to the staircase light. As the film crew from the movie Unfinished Skies starring William McInnes discovered in 2006, the light had been turned on for the filming but created such a disturbance amongst crew and the kitchen staff across the hall, one of whom locked herself inside the kitchen and refused to come out, the light had to be turned off. We do not turn on this light unless absolutely necessary. During the two investigations we have had, a K2 meter has been set up at the top of the stairs here. A K2 meter lights up to indicate varying energy levels. In both instances, this lit all the way up to red, the highest level. An SLS camera, which maps figures, has also been used there. In one of the recent videos on our Facebook page, you can see the camera map a person that was standing on the stairs and another figure beside her reaching out to touch the K2 meter. We also used a proxy meter, which beeps very loudly when you touch the antenna, and sensor balls, which are little balls that have flashing lights when touched. During the first investigation, both of these had very strong reactions most of the night. Even when no one was around, we would hear the proxy meter loudly beeping away right here. We'll go on to room 7. This is our most haunted room. Most of the reports about strange events come from guests that have stayed in this room. People have reported the tap at the sink turning on and off throughout the night, and the hanging lights swinging around in circles as if a strong breeze is blowing through the door, although the night is still and the door is closed. On February the 1st, 1914, Mr. A. West was found dead in bed with a bullet wound in his forehead. According to different newspapers at the time, a revolver, Winchester rifle, or P rifle was close by. Mr. West was a painter by trade, aged between 30 and 40, and had been boarding at the hotel for some time. He was seen by staff in the hotel during the day and had retired to his room in the afternoon. When he did not attend the dining room at dinner time, staff went up to his room where his body was discovered. During the first investigation, the K2 meter lit right up to red in here, and the SLS camera continuously mapped a figure on the wall above the French doors to the balcony. Last Sunday, we attempted to communicate using an SB7 spirit box. This is like a radio without an antenna that plays static. Every now and again, you can hear voices coming through the static. Some of us use noise-cancelling headphones to listen, while others ask the ghosts questions that we couldn't hear due to the headphones we were wearing. There were some interesting answers we heard. When asked if they could tell us their name, I heard Angelo or Angio. Though at the time I said Angelo, I had no idea what question had been asked, as I couldn't hear because of the headphones. There is another video on our Facebook page showing some of this. I'll open the door and you can have a look around.
You hold this and film. Okay.
Hold on, it's gone to the top. Did this towel. You want to turn it? Not Jessica. Don't open it. Don't open it. Locked. Oh, let's look at the balcony. It smells dead.
We have quite a few haunted rooms, it's just that this one's the most famous. Although we haven't investigated room 8 as yet, guests in room 8 also often have interesting experiences. A gentleman who stayed here recently reported feeling what seemed like a child climbing onto the bed and moving around. So I'll open that and you guys can have a look in there. Sorry. I'm happy to run a private tour as long as you get enough people together anytime you like. Just give a call and
Another person. 20 person.
Yeah.
After that.
sure. Alright, just give me a call and let me know. So I mean, as you guys have already been on the tour, you probably don't need my whole spiel and you can just do what you like. Mr. and Mrs. Ezra Harvey owned land at Maroon, and around the start of World War I they decided to visit their home country of England. But unfortunately, owing to the outbreak of war, they were unable to proceed with their visit. They retired to the Australian Hotel, where continued ill health resulted in Ezra's death on the 3rd of December 1915. Mrs. Harvey is said to have returned home to England alone and never returned. Some say that Ezra is still here awaiting the return of his beloved wife. Guests often hear the sound of boots pacing up and down these stairs. This would have been the rear balcony of the hotel in 1915. During Sunday's investigation, Pariah Paranormal heard these footsteps many times throughout the night, although no one else was staying in the building. We'll continue this way down the hallway in front of me. Yes, this would have been originally the publican's residence. I actually cannot find when it was moved and attached to the rear of the building, but one would assume in like 1915 it still would have been publican's residence and separate then. This is room 11. It has actually been our most active room during both investigations. A K2 meter lit up red continuously while we were in here. An SB7 spirit box was used in this room as well. That was a little more interesting as we had quite a bit of communication through the headphones, including answering picture, as in water pitcher, when questioned as to what was on the bench with the kettle on it. They also told us they were looking for someone named Margaret and that they wanted us to go into room 10. The video of this is also on our Facebook page for anyone who would like to take a look. Although we did not investigate room 10 on the night, the next morning one of our cleaners was in room 10 and reported that the kettle turned itself on while she was cleaning the bathroom and boiled away as if making her a morning cup of tea. I'll open room 11. Everyone can have a look in there, and then I'll head back up the other hallway and open room 10. So when you're finished in room 11, you may look in room 10. Room 11.
Uncle True ain't going.
Stop. Come back. It's lighting up now. Go. There we go. Back here. Come back.
I recognise that.
Have you got a child staying here?
No.
Next door?
No.
Okay.
Why is that?
I just heard some little girl or baby.
No. We had some kids go on previous tours, but they were this high, not babies.
Well, you don't walk in on one if you accidentally.
Check around.
Oh, wow.
Go in the room.
2-bedroom suite.
Yeah.
What's that matter?
That's the K2 meter that she was talking about, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Go in there and have a look. There's no light in there. Oh, over there. Still lighting up in there, yeah.
The light is glowing orange.
Come on.
That just flash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's room 10?
Come on.
Yeah, it does. I went upstairs. I was walking out the door.
I'll follow you in case the light's up. A little bit.
Really ask. It's just like they're trying to settle a kid the other day. Next weekend, sorry. Shouldn't go off out there, but.
And just quickly, just so you guys all know what the machine I was talking about that lights up to red in all these rooms, there's one right there.
I'll turn it on and off.
So that goes like that when there's something around. Yeah.
It picks up electricity. So if you put it near a PowerPoint, it'll
Pick it up.
like
Yeah, it will go
like
up
near
to
my
red if it's near any sort of
my phone
electrical-
rings, it'll
Yeah.
go up.
But as you can see, if you watch the video, it was sitting right here at the end of the stairs in this particular instance, and there's no power around
Yeah,
there
wherever
at
you're
all.
filming, you just check first, and if it doesn't go off,
Yeah, yes.
then it goes off
That's
later.
right. Okay, finally our most well-known spirit, the Lady Ghost. On Sunday, one of our investigators was able to communicate with a lady on the stairs. Her name started with the letter P, and as has been said by other people who have cited this lady, she complained of pains in the stomach. We believe our lady ghost is Mrs. Patricia Bulmer, who died on December the 12th, 1944, aged just 20. She was the daughter of then publican Peter O'Reilly, and although she had been married for 4 months, lived at the hotel with her parents. The country was at war and Patricia's husband Clarence was enlisted in the army. Patricia was not feeling well on December 11 and in the early hours of the 12th woke her father, who called a doctor. The doctor stated she had acute appendicitis and would need an immediate operation. He took her to hospital where she later died on the operating table of heart failure, said to be a reaction to the anaesthetic. Peter O'Reilly and his wife left the hotel less than 6 months later in April 1945. 3 years on, in 1948, Mervyn O'Reilly, Patricia's brother, returned as licensee of the Australian Hotel. He later passed away that same year while eating lunch in the dining room. His wife, Ellen Mary O'Reilly, would then remain at the hotel as licensee until 1956. Legend has it that Mervyn's ghost still roams the hall looking out for his younger sister Patricia. If you'd like to have a bit of a look around, you may. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I will try to answer as best I can. Just one more thing, I'm going to open up the door to room number 2, right up the end of the hall here. Although I have no story to go along with that room, there have been reports from previous tours of people feeling something up the end of that hallway, and with the paranormal investigators, they've taken a few photos with the lights out and just their flash, and they get a mist coming through the wall and through the cupboard. So for anyone that wants to have a look in there, I'll open it up. Everybody else can wander around as you please. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now look. Oh, I told you, I'll get goosebumps for some reason. Holy shit. Get us the video that told you.
I don't have my phone.
Ready? Yeah, stop.
Very good.
It fits the decor very well.
Yeah, fine, yeah.
I've been here before.
There you go.
No, not really.
Oh, you got a message.
It's all right. Keep the phone away in case it's...
Everyone can see
Oh, yeah.
the top of the door.
Oh, it's reacting to the telephone.
Yeah, put it near the face.
Right, here. Oh, look, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to come here with your little stuff and that, you can book as many rooms as you want, as long as you take the rooms, obviously, you stay the night, whenever you like, just call and book the rooms. Right? No problem.
It's been going on.
I'll get my husband to quickly write it down for you, because I've got about 5 minutes between tours to run out for a smoke.
Yeah, yeah. Because I might...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wasn't the Supreme Court coming that way? Can I come?
It's all of us going.
Wow, great plan.
Oh, there's a toilet. Yeah, I think you said that he had a kid down here somewhere.
That's where you had your kid crying.
A little bit in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can feel it. I can feel it.
I could feel it.
I went all like,
Goosebumps.
yeah, like mine.
Yeah, it's normally like here in the doorway.
Cheers, like I got cheers or something.
Yeah, second game I got. Or maybe in this room. In the kettle. I think that's where the kettle was.
I can't put it too close because it's
You
plugged
electronic
in.
shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Honey, I'm hungry.
Yeah, what have you done with this today, hon?
Might have a seat.
There's nothing in there, boys, that make it go on.
It was going off on. Yeah. It was going off over here. There. I think this is the most twice about orange.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll go to red.
Yeah. Oh no! Here you go. You just. I'm in the corner.
Yeah, no. I know, I felt it.
Something pushing on that.
Yeah, I know, I felt it.
It went off in a room on the other side.
Did it?
Right here.
Yeah, nearly red.
I don't know, I feel funny out here, but
Yeah,
here's that
same.
door. Yeah, I'm telling you, see?
Yeah.
I can feel it. Do that door again to us. It's like it's. I don't know.
Yeah, look. Highest is red, which is the strongest study.
What is it
Where
at?
was that?
It was.
It was like about yellow or orange. That's the yellow, the third one's yellow, it has to be 5 to hit red.
The door's open.
Yeah, no, it's not open, mate. Something tugs back at it.
Yeah, something was tugging
Go,
on it.
guys.
Just be the bloody.
Fuck you, guys. You got me.
Yeah, right. Let's go in.
Is the meter going
Wait,
on?
can you go in? No, the door won't open.
Something there, stop. Ready, Tosh? I'm going to do this door. See, before I swear someone tugged at it, eh?
Yeah, same.
Yeah, see, fuck that.
Yeah, it just went red.
Yeah, it's red.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I'm out of here, boys.
It's there now.
I'm out of here, boys. See you later.
There's just a noise in there.
No, fuck that, mate.
Yeah, I heard a noise in there after he tugged it.
Did you?
Yeah,
Where's that lady? Go get that lady down here.
I heard a noise in there after
What's
she
her name?
tugged it.
Mate.
After you tugged it,
Oh,
I
look.
heard a noise
Oh,
in
there's
there.
something in there, man. I'm telling you.
There.
It's near me, mate.
See, that's orange there, red.
Red.
It's near me, mate.
Red?
Yeah, I've fucked it off. But I'm still got it, eh? Like, I've got goosey still.
Same.
Oh, I'm gonna go down here and see if it follows me. Holy shit, mate.
Gotta be careful, they do it. They do attach. They do attach, so it's just there.
That's number 14.
Number 14 is out on the back veranda.
It's
You wanna have a
open.
look
Oh.
at this? You wanna
It's
have a look?
open. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
welcome to go in there.
No, it's
not open.
blocked.
It's something.
It's blocked,
And
and
the
this
meter's
goes
Really?
full red, and then after he
I
tugged
really need
it.
to go downstairs and get my next tour group.
Oh, well, that's
Yeah, because he tugged the door, like there's something there blocking it, and then after he tugged
We have to
it,
go open it.
I
We've
heard
got a
something in
safety
there.
chain or something
I heard
behind it.
something in there.
Oh, it depends on what door you try and open. There is only one that will actually open.
It opened up
It
about
opened.
far.
Yeah, it wasn't
Yeah,
locked.
Anymore.
There's nothing there.
Come on, let's have a look then.
And like this is gone.
Trying to get into the room there and the bloody door was playing up.
Oh, it went off down there, fucking red. Yeah. Yeah, I went down there. He told me to go around to nearly every room, you know, so I'm just walking around. Number 14 down there goes off at red. Go look, it's going off here now. I'm coming down now.
Yeah, well,